let's see what we can do here. What I've been doing lately is I've been sifting through sample material first, then choosing my drums, just to hopefully like hit something a little bit more in line. Oh, I like this. I'm not even sure if I'd want to like chop this really. It's just, I could really like lay down some jazzy stuff over the top of this, I know for a fact. All right, let's jump over to drums. I'm kind of feeling like some low-key like boom bap drums with a nice pocket. Let's bust out LA2A. Lock in that decay a bit. Okay, we'll turn down this dry wet a little bit. There we go. We'll turn down this piano a little bit. And I'm actually thinking, like, now that I hear this together, I kind of want to take some of the highs off of the drums here. Let's do that. Sometimes just cutting the tops of the EQs can give your drums like a totally different character. All right. See, this already feels so much better. Oh, dude. Now I feel like we can compress a little bit harder. We might kind of come in with as many layers as we can to kind of like create something that feels a little bit more fleshed out, something a little bit more nuanced. And I'm thinking we're gonna start small. Let's start with some subtle like pad swells underneath. Literally just those two notes. Literally just those two notes. And then I feel like we need some sort of note that's going to hit that bottom. But instead of doing all of this with this flute pad, I think we want to just go grab another instrument. Big piece of advice for like if you really want your music to sound fleshed out, nuanced, very like detailed, don't be afraid to just like pull out an instrument, play two notes, and then just set it down. Like go grab another instrument. This is going to allow you to create more counterpoint interactions within your composition. So let's see what else we can, what's gonna sound good here. I feel like I need something that feels a little somber underneath. It's similar to that flute sound, but it's a little bit more like somber, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna try it out. See, it's just a little bit different. You guys might notice that I'm just like taking one shots and throwing them in simpler. Dude, I love simpler. This is like one of my favorite samplers. You know, it's so simple, it's just easy to use, and it's very diverse. I can turn any one shot into an instrument. It just feels nice, you know? turn this output down. So the effects are actually pretty minimal in the background. What if we cut out some of this high end? This kind of helps keep it in check, I suppose. Kind of cutting everything above 10K. Damn, this is just like such a vibe, man. I'm really enjoying this. I think I just want these two little bits, and we'll kind of dress them in the background back here. See, that sounds pretty good. Yes. Maybe this little swell, and we could try to keep it very low key underneath. Okay. And then is there another swell that we could hit like over here, but maybe a slightly different chord? Yeah. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. Alright, we're gonna mess with this crystallizer a little bit more. We're trying to get these keys up, the crystallizer keeping it minimal. There we go. Yeah, this is kind of what I'm thinking of. Maybe something like this. Oh, we may have hit something there. Let's bring this over to this section though. Now this is just screaming for a solo section, right? I would love to get in with like a vibraphone solo. We're gonna bust out X-Band 2, and we're gonna do quite a bit of processing on these vibraphones to make them sound lively and cool. Oh boy, I'm getting rather ambitious here with the vibraphone solo. So I think really the strategy when it comes to processing is probably going to be a little bit of reverb and some OTT on it. Okay. Boy, I gotta really like think about just the broad outline of this solo first, you know? I gotta get just the broad outline of this, and then we're gonna really make this sound very perfect in the piano roll, right? We're gonna like really, I just want a skeleton outline of really like what this is eventually gonna sound like. So with that in mind, you know, excuse me as I totally riff some dog shit here. So we need to turn this into a nice smooth roll. I'll tell you guys a little secret about like making, because mallet instruments are honestly your friend when you're working in VST kind of stuff. It's easily replicable with like MIDI instruments. There are a lot of MIDI instruments that can sound very lively here, and I think a lot of the strategy when it comes to making this sound convincing is really envisioning what it is like for a real human being to play an actual vibraphone, you know? Maybe the rolls are not super even. Maybe one hand is a little bit heavier than the other hand. With that in mind, let's just sort this out, and we'll get in with the timing of it and the velocities. Before I do that though, let's experiment with the rate of the roll. Here's a little secret. Okay, you can highlight all these notes. You see these little notches here? We can just fucking do whatever we want with that. See, that feels pretty good. Now, I like to, let's say that this note, yeah, that's about medium. This note strikes pretty hard. Let's say these guys, though, are kind of down here somewhere. Okay, let's actually shorten that up. Let's get this swell up here. Finishing strong. Maybe we do just get rid of this OTT. Let's not worry about the processing too much. Now, if this seems super tedious to you guys, it's because it is. But you know, I'm a firm believer that if you're willing to put in the work that all the other producers aren't willing to do, it shows in your music. As long as you can envision what you want the solo to sound like, then there's no reason why you can't sit there in the piano roll and just fiddle around with it until it sounds immaculate. Bum, 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 bum. I want to keep this loose and feeling nice. It does sound a little bit unintentional though. How can we make this feel more intentional? Yes, there we go. That feels way more intentional. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit this note, let it ring out for a minute, and then really crescendo out of nowhere. Like, we want that to just come up from the floor to the ceiling. There we go. See, now we're moving nice. We're moving fast. Oh. Wow, so we're about halfway through this vibraphone solo. I actually like what we've got here. I'm thinking we just need a little bit of detailing on the velocity of these notes. Yes. Okay, and maybe we don't do like a full roll here. What if we did like that roll is kind of like an afterthought, you know? Okay, we're almost home here. Now, after we get this all squared away, we're going to come in with a lot of counterpoint kind of stuff going on in this section. I think it would be amazing if we had some sort of brass element doing some light counterpoint detailing. Maybe it's like a muted trumpet that gets delayed out in the background or something like that. Yes. Okay, yeah, we're gonna keep this very subtle in the background. We need that vocal pop hall. If we can get the right brass swell in here, just like one chord. Now, I feel like this is a little bit too in your face, you know, these horns. We might try to kind of dumb them down a little bit. Maybe a little bit of vinyl on it. Beautiful. I think I want one more counterpoint melody instrument in this vibraphone solo section. Kind of thinking maybe we will pair some guitar with some delay elements. Perfect. Okay, see, we're doing good. Now I guess the question becomes, how do we want this to begin and how do we want this to end? Yeah, that's gonna be beautiful, man. That's awesome. Okay, but intro is still left. And then bring in one other element like this guy. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm kind of thinking like we need some nice like maybe rain sounds in the background here. Something like this. Let's see if we can just like fade this rain out like over here. And I feel like with a little bit of mixing magic, we're going to be able to get that sounding tight and like a good... Maybe we slip in like a really subtle riser to kind of help transition a little bit. Something like that. Oh, dude. I think we made a beat. Oh my god. This is so good. I am very pleased with myself right now. Like... complete with vibraphone solo? Are you kidding me?